Alright, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Game number 3 here. ORGE Esports taking on DC Fabulous here in the Southeast Asian SoundBlaster Heroes League Finals. For the qualifier, that is. Not the Ultimate Finals. The qualifiers. One of the two qualifiers for Southeast Asia. So, here we are in game number 3. Definitely a couple of different games right there. The first game, pretty epic, honestly. Had a pretty crazy finish. I mean, both teams we had a 4v5 in the end. One player on Endkindler actually on ORGE Esports ended up DCing. It was a pretty interesting game number 1. Game number 2, a lot more one-sided. ORGE Esports the favorite coming into this tournament, or into this match especially. And so the fact that we're even in a game 3, a little bit surprising. But ORGE Esports, we'll see if they can pull it off here. DC Fabulous can maybe come through with an upset in the end. We're moving along here, though. Here in the finals. And you look at the first couple of picks. Well, first off, the bans. Parasite, Scout, Fade, Wretched Hag. So, the Parasite, honestly, coming a little bit out of left field. Didn't see him in either of the first 2 games. And I think he wasn't even banned last game. But, Parasite, happening. Keeper the Forest, the first pick. I think he might have been picked all 3 times first, to be honest. Lodestone the response. Tempest coming out. So we got the Keeper Tempest. And then there's the Ophelia pick by ORGE Esports Malaysia. So DC Fabulous. They want to work with the Tempest, Keeper the Forest. Let's see how they build around that now. Obviously got some nice push coming. Maybe taking that Master of Arms here could be a pretty good option. Not only to get it yourself, but to take it away from Orange here as their 3rd pick. That would most certainly be something that could see happening. We'll see what DC Fabulous tries to go for here. Again, this happened last week. Pebbles, nothing wrong with that in the end. Definitely eyeing that Master of Arms now, though. Oh, or Balfagor. Balfagor coming out here from Orange. Usually we see Balfagor after the second series bans if we are going to see him. But Orange said they want to make it clear. They're like, we're going to be pushing you. We're going to be pushing you. We don't care if you have Tempest Keeper to push us. We're going to push you first. And we're going to push you harder. So now if you're DCES, banning something like a Demented Shaman could make a lot of sense here. But so far, not being banned, actually. Corrupted and Deadwood being banned by them. Master of Arms is banned by Orange, actually. And that's, makes sense. Obviously, it's great for creep clearing and pushing back. So getting rid of some heroes like that are also just good heroes. Magnus also being banned. Not too sure about that one, to be honest. Magnus doesn't seem like he would fit into this lineup with the way they've already drafted it, so I think the Magnus is almost a wasted ban by Mr. Ghosty, but nonetheless, banned here. Maybe finish it off with one of those powerful supports. Something like a Pyromancer, who's good for creep clearing, or Torture. Or in a Luna, especially. You actually see Demented Shaman being right-clicked over there on the Legion side. Sandwraith going to be the final ban from DCS. So speaking of Demented Shaman not banned, maybe they're thinking of picking it up. Luna is going to be the final ban from Orange. But if I'm Orange here, Demented Shaman already with Ophelia. You got the DS Balfagor combo. They're going to go Soul Reaper. Both teams pretty content. Sticking to their guns. Soul Reaper coming out here from DC Esports. Well, DC Fabulous. I see DCES. It seems like it should be DC Esports. But it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it actually is.
Demented Shaman.
And there you go. There's the Demented Shaman pickup, actually, from ORGE Esports. So interesting drafting phase we have coming at you between these two teams for the 3rd and final game. Let's see how they finish over here. They still need their support. Again, Luna was banned. Still eyeing something like a Pyromancer, a Torturer. Good, definitely the 2 that really stick out. Glacius is always solid against Ophelia too, so actually wouldn't be out of the question. I should get Martyr. Martyr's so underrated. God, speaking of the supports, Pearl, man. This hero, we thought, if anything, she was going to be one. And there's that one patch that it was the Runic Shift, I believe. 6 heroes came into competitive play. We're like, It was Lodestone, Ravener, Pearl, and a couple others, and we're like, okay, Pearl's probably the one we should definitely see. Oogie we'll probably see. Lodestone, yeah, we'll probably see him too. Now you look at it nowadays. Lodestone, #1. Pearl never been picked up. Engineer, the final pick. God, the fact that he's still there at the very end, I just don't assume he would be. But he is sure enough is still there. So, yeah, that works too. Engineer pretty good as well. Last pick. That actually opens up Orange. Yeah, they're just going to go Pyromancer themselves. And actually, that's going to be interesting. Will they run the support Demented or Pyromancer here? It looks like it's going to be, depending on the roles. Okay, they're still swapping around. Rin Flow is their carry. Player, that is, so. Mr. Ghosty tends to be their support. So it looks like it is going to be a support Demented Shaman here. Or, excuse me, support Pyromancer here. And yeah, Nick OK is going to end up playing Demented, actually. They were swapping back and forth. They were exactly sure who was going to play what, but in the end, that's how it's going to stay. So Nick OK is going to play the DS. And it's going to be Balfgor being played by actually Rinflow here, who is their carry player. So, so that probably means we're going to see a Balfagor or Pyromancer top. DS mid? This is actually interesting. What are we going to see? Is the UI fine? Yes, it is. Alright, all 5 of them, though, off the bat. They are heading towards the bottom lane currently. DS still has gold to use, so still waiting to see what he needs to use it on. Obviously, Pyromancer. Getting both the 2 wards of sight and ward of revs here. Not upgrading the courier. Oh, that's the Garena courier. I think it's pretty cool. Going into the jungle here. Oh, they're going to try to catch it. The rocket drill will connect. Will the support be here in time? Stalagmite's coming out. I think Pebbles is going to be fine, so. Yeah, the rocket drill, obviously a big range. Gets in front of his teammates. You see some ward of sights here. The ward of sight here on the ramp. I don't know if that blocks the camp. Well, keep an eye on that. Ward ref here. In case the ward of sight was placed, but as you can see, nothing was. So also ward ref here, but again, no ward of sight placed, so. Unless they eventually place ward of sights there. Almost wasted wards to an extent. This ward of sight, I believe it should block that camp. I'm not sure about this one. I want to say it does. So Tempest might not have the friendliest time himself. You see the wards coming out from the Legion side. Blocking the pole camp and also right here. With the top rune. So it is going to be DS middle, Balfagor top, and they're running an aggressive pseudo trialing. They got Lodestone Pyromancer bottom with an aggressive Ophelia here. No boots on Ophelia, but just going to bring a teacher, going to be in the jungle, so this should definitely catch DCES off guard, I'm sure. As far as what's being ran here. Balfagor versus Keeper solo, though. Yeah, this DS 1v2, that's actually... Wonder how this is going to turn out again. He went for a fast bottle build, too, so yeah, he didn't even end up buying anything else after the three minor totems and the 1 set of tree eaters, so he already has enough for his bottle here. Oh, bottom lane! Soul Reaper got caught off guard, and that's why. Skeleton King coming out from Ophelia. No doubt had a lot to do with that kill right there, so RNG definitely helping. That's just part of Ophelia, though. So again, not only that, but I doubt they even expected Ophelia to be in the jungle. Maybe when they saw the lane, it could have hit them that, okay, maybe they are running aggressive pseudo tri lane, but until actually the gank came out, you're never too sure. And now Tempest. Tempest could be in trouble here. He's below half-life. And if Ophelia and Pyromancer are coming over, the Minotaur taken over by Ophelia, they're going to ride into him. Tempest in a lot of trouble here. Tempest very low on life. He sees them, though, and actually he is going to respond before they collapse on him, so we can get away at least. By Tempest coming out. But yeah, Demented Shaman already has the bottle. Demented Shaman also going the Unbreakable here. No Entangle. Obviously being in that 1v2, a little bit different than what we're used to seeing for a Demented Shaman, so maybe that has something to do with it, but wants to be able to survive. And also, if you're going for more of that push style lineup, I think that can make sense as well. Put on your tank at the front lines. Also just to help you take out the tower with the added damage that it applies. It's not the worst thing in the world. Well, not the worst thing. That's pretty good actually. It's up to 60 damage, right? Yeah, 15 at level 1. Up to 60. I'm sure Soul Reaper's not doing too much. Yeah, 3-1 here, so not the start Legion team was looking for. If anything, it might have made sense to do a quick transition here after that Bloodlust kill. Maybe just send Soul Reaper top at that rate to go 1v1 against Balfagor and have Keeper come bot him, but... Oh, Tempest, jeez, getting low right there. Yeah, it's hard to make adjustments here if you're DC Fabulous, though, as far as what you can do. Your options are pretty limited. I mean, again, just thinking, too, they could have sent Engineer bottom to try to support that Soul Reaper, but that's still not really working out too well, as they would both be pretty susceptible to being ganked. And then Pebbles, that makes him a 1v1 matchup versus DS, and that's not a favorable matchup by any means. DS actually still gets the Untangle here, so he got the Unbreakable first in case they were going to go for a kill. Speaking of a kill, bottom lane, Soul Reaper being dove on completely. The Minotaur assisting, and Mr. Ghosty Pyromancer actually gets credit for the kill right there. So, Soul Reaper not having a good time. And again, I don't know what you would do. It's, like I said earlier, maybe go top lane, but it is at a point where you would have had to have done it already. Now he's just going to be underleveled against Balfagor. That doesn't help either. And even ports into the secondary tower. I don't know about that. Seems almost like a waste amount of gold, waste gold there. Waste TP. Could just walk that distance almost, but... Middle lane, Demented Shaman, a lot of pressure, but this is why he got the Unbreakable. It is not even going to go off, though. They actually do not attack him. He goes in tower range, he dodges a Keg stun. He puts the Entangle up on a Pebbles. And Pebbles with that low armor, it's physical damage. He is dropping quickly. He will survive in the end. One more auto attack, though, would have done him in right there. I think Nico Gates could have gotten that, honestly. And actually, speaking of kills, Tempest actually in trouble. He's going to go down. Pebbles and Engineer just not able to get there in time. So ORGE Esports, again, taking it to DC Fabulous here in game number 3. Balfagor is level 6. How has he been doing up here in this matchup? Just flying. 310 kill per minute. He's 29 and now 30 and 14 here as far as his creeper. Doesn't have his Blood Chalice yet. I guess if you're not looking to really play too aggressive at this point, which going up against that Keeper and they're not push towers just yet, that's fine, but Blood Chalice, powerful item on Balfagor. Again, him and Dampier are two heroes that really stand out. If you're going to see a Blood Chalice on any hero, it would be them two. At least ones that we see in competitive play. That or Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra's amazing with a Blood Chalice. I always go Blood Chalice Amun-Ra. Lodestone's found himself to have a pretty good time down here as well. 330 gold per minute. Obviously 2 kills helping with that, or 2 assists even. Soul Reaper slowly making his way back to that bottom lane, but obviously he is very, very scared, and understandably so. Love when chat responds to that. Really? Demented Shaman middle lane Unbreakable is going to go off right there. Tempest coming in for the gank. Not enough, though. And Demented Shaman will live. The bottle charge is going to do it in. He will survive. And look at that. He actually gets level 3 Entangle in the end. So he ends up going Unbreakable into Healing Wave at level 3, but then all of a sudden, level 3 Entangle. Bottom lane, Soul Reaper's hating life. He once again gets doomed here.
The Hellborn
And
takes
the tower.
down a Legion tower.
Orange Esports, 5,200 gold lead. And a 2,700 experience lead here. Middle lane, Demented Shaman. Tempest getting the poor man's portal key. Demented Shaman tanking it though. Will he be able to tank enough? The Unbreakable Heal, not enough. Tempest though! That was close. I thought the final auto attack might have been going for him from the tower, but he does live. So good use of the poor man's portal key there. AKA the Chuck from Pebbles. Tempest was not level 6, but not necessary. Balfagor, he's just still doing his own thing at the top. Look at the bottom lane. Towers push in. Oh, Soul Reaper, run! Soul Reaper dead. Lodestone gets the easy kill. Lodestone does the Lodestone thing. 8 minutes in, we already have a 5,300 gold lead. This push is just not even really push. This aggressive play has just worked out fantastic for Orange. And I also think, you know, Demented Shaman getting the farm he's gone here in the middle lane is not good news. Farm in. The levels, I guess, not too surprising. But Pebbles and Engineer, I mean, they've been trying to play aggressive against him. But Nick McKay's got to give credit to him as well. He's been doing a good job of surviving. And actually, Invis Lowstone here in the middle lane. He does not have his ultimate, but will he even need it here? Oh, that hurts. The Legion Courier actually gets picked off. What the hell was it? Anything was on it. There's the initiation. Lowstone with the head smash right here. Now trying to run away. Keg's not gonna miss. Pebbles dropping. Stalagmites come out. Pebbles falls. The Tempest ultimate catches them. Nothing that Ophelia can do. Lowstone's gonna fall right there, but it might not matter in the end. Tempest gets there. Balfagor with the hell out of nowhere. Soul Reaper goes down to the blazing strike, and now Engineer in trouble. The volatile minion is out, and it's knopping at the ankles right here of Engineer. But Engineer goes to the trees, but never mind. The Entangle was on him. He goes down. Whoa, Demented Shaman got low. But he gets ported back to base, and he's going to be fine. And, yeah. This game is, I'll tell you, after that game one especially, Orange Esports like, all right, let's take care of business. And that they have most certainly done. Game 2, completely one-sided victory for them. Game 3, it's looking like it could very likely be the same thing here. DC Fabulous. It's your Soul Reaper is getting basically nothing. Keeper of the Forest are above 300 gold per minute, but he's got to bring a sorcery here. Last game though, he didn't even go in Astrolabe. I hope he does here. Of course, I don't know. He's obviously going to depend. Communicating what his Tempest going to get, hell, what even Soul Reaper is going to get at this rate, especially with his farm start. I think Soul Reaper just needs to get into that sacrificial stone as soon as possible. It's a good, decent build-up even for a slow start. And a sack stone, very useful against the Selborne team. But, yeah, so keep an eye out for the item choices, item progression here on DC Fabulous, because that could have a lot to do with how much chance they have in this game. Middle tower, though, it's going to fall. So Balfagor is starting to do his thing now. He's got his helm, he's got his Mystic Vestments, another 1,000 gold saved up. Demented Shaman not having his ulti just yet. Even with this being more of a push style. He actually has 2 Unbreakable and 3 in Healing Wave now. On top of the level 3 Tango. Oh, top tower is killed by Keeper. Very close to being denied right there, but actually killed by him. He actually gets his Ghost Marches here. There's the Plated Greaves, going to be finished though on Balfagor in the meantime. Go. So yeah, this Hellborn side, Astrolabe coming along for Ophelia, especially when they get that. I think they can just start pushing, and there's not much this Legion team can do about it. I mean, Soul Reaper has no start going. Engineer still level 5. Tempest and Keeper. I'm sure they are the big ulti threat. But I don't even know if the Legion team would have the damage at this point to be able to kill you. And speaking of that, the top tower now being pushed in.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion tower.
The lead continues to slowly climb here for their favor. Also not going the Portal Q rush. He actually gets the helm with the Black Legion first. Still wants to tank up a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Actually, what am I saying? There's everything wrong with that. Why would you do that? Go Portugal. Click to pause, but we do a replay cast. Oh, Port's coming in the middle lane. Lowstone going in. Stone Drill initiation right there. The follow-up, the head smash. In comes the demonic pathogen. And down goes Pebbles. How many of you actually knew that name was demonic pathogen? I bet none of you did. Just kidding. I bet some of you did. Demonic pathogen. Also known as silence. It's a lot easier to say. That's a weird ability, by the way. I mean, that's gonna. It's definitely I think an underrated ability on Balfagor. I mean, you think Balfagor, you just think minions push. His ultimate's fun. His regurgitate's nice. But his demonic pathogen is actually pretty damn good as well. I mean, it's up to 3.5 second silence. What's going on here? Keeper of the Forest is. I don't know what he's thinking. Do they have vision? If they have vision, he's 100% dead. They do not. So maybe he realized they didn't, but. Keeper is being very ballsy here. He is being very ballsy here. They might kill him. Oh, look at that. They're still missing. I love it. I love it. Keeper of the Force is having a good time. He ends up getting away, but obviously doing the Ancients as a team right there. Could even do Kongor. Definitely wouldn't be surprised about that, but I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, they are going to do Kongor. Minions are out. And Kongor is going to drop very quickly. So it's DC Fabulous has found a little bit of a window here to climb back, get some resources farmed up, but especially now with this Kongor kill. If ORGE Esports does not group up and push, I don't know. I don't know. They definitely don't need more than what they have already. Especially with the team they're going up against at this point.
Kongor goes down!
There's Kongor. Token of Life is on Demented Shaman, like that choice. And into the middle lane they go. So here comes the push from Orange. As expected. Elemental's trying to distract him, and actually they do accomplish that. Pyromancer's not with him. He's actually back at base for jetting. Pebbles trying to work on the Portakey still. He is close. He is very close. He did not necessarily rush it, but he has Steam Boots Bottle, so not really much build-up. But if he manages to get this tower, definitely will be a Portakey, but Pyromancer might have something to say about that. Bottom lane, Balfagor ports in, so Orange actually, I don't know, they're worried about defending a first-tier bottom tower for probably easily pushing in a middle secondary tower.
The Legion
It is going to be still taking out, so this Keeper of the Forest is really giving them a chance. Oh, he tries to go for the TP right in front of a Lowstone, though. They had dust anyways. So even if he stayed in Biz right there,
it's a massacre!
So yeah, he does get caught out, but again, at least he got the tower kill. So Orange taking a little bit more time now before full-out pushing. Keeper, though, he has 2,000 gold saved. He had about 2,300 before that death, so obviously it hurts a little bit. I don't know. I hope he's not going for... I hope he's not going for Portal. I don't think Portal Q would be the best choice here for him. I just don't see that as being a... I don't think they're looking to initiate, really. They're looking to more so respond to this Hellborn team, if anything. Especially with the starts going, but I think Soul's Bulwark would be the more efficient choice. Definitely not Arcana, though. That would not be a good choice. Just don't go Arcana, whatever you do. Hope he turns out into spell shards. Middle lane, secondary tower. It's going to easily drop. ORGE Esports is way too strong as a team right now.
The Legion tower.
There you go. Was that the last? No, I actually still have two of them. Top and the bottom of the secondary tower still. Double damage rune currently on Lodestone. Shaman Cedrison full now finished or delivered to Balcor. He actually has another 1,200 gold saved up, so he's getting close to even just getting a barrier idol here.
Locked in place.
Oh wow, this is big. Totally missed it. Guess what? What happened? Pyromancer, okay, so there's a jump on a Pyromancer. Pyromancer falls. Lodestone Rocket Drill comes out. He hits a couple. Gonna activate that Shadow Storm. Team is coming in. There's a Demonic Pathogen. Regurgitate coming out. Energy Field is down, but Tempest being dropped. He gets the ultimate off, though. It's gonna be a good duration. He eventually falls. Buying some time, though, for his team. Lodestone will go down, but Balfgor, you are not doing any damage to this hero right now. He is just way too tanky. Especially at this point in the game. Keeping the force of Pebbles coming back in. Regurgitate is out. Dimension Shaman and Balcor doing what they can. Stormcloud is up, so he is bulking up even more. His armor is gaining here on Balcor. In comes the Root. Keeper of the Force gonna fall, though. Their armor is dropping at the same time. And that showed right there. Keeper of the Force falls, so we do see Soul Reaper trying to run away. Regurgitate, not gonna be up. He doesn't have mana for it. Soul Reaper and Tango comes out, though. And the final auto attack gonna be used. And that will be the end of that. So DC Fabulous, they took a jump right there. It started off pretty good for them, but end result, obviously, ORGE Esports fighting back. They're just too far ahead. The items and the levels really showed in that last fight, and you still have the token even on Dimension Shaman on top of it all. So that is bad news. That's good news. Mr. Ghosty gets picked off. $18.5 minutes, nearly 19 minutes in here. ORGE Esports now going to fall back, recoup, and I mean, the token alive 2.5 minutes here. Really, I would think that they're going to look to definitely try to use that and just push in with that token alive still being up. The Ancients, Valkyrie are going to send in a minion here. They do not want to let them do their own triple stack Ancients. Dimension Shaman up in the front lines. He's got his own Sackstone here. You do see Sork, by the way. He's kind of been very quiet ever since the start. But he does have his Grave Locket here. Just see that turn into a full Sackstone. Be good for them. Defensive Stormcloud coming out. Armor starting to add up here on the Hellborn side. Keeper the Force in the meantime. He's running in. He's looking to make something happen. In comes the Silence, though. The follower from Lodestone. Keeper does not have his root. More 10 seconds on cooldown. Barrier idol activated. Blazing Strike to finish off Keeper. And the big hell on New at the 80+ charges. The minions are out. Soul Reaper throws out the Demonic Execution. I believe that was all nearly a full life Balfagor. So that didn't do too much. He ends up falling. Engineer's going to get picked off. And the rest of the Legion team just kind of spreading out, going other directions. Pebbles just trying to live here. He might actually be going for a pick. Oh, Pyromancer. Nope, went one direction. Keeper the Force trying to block him. Forces to go the other. Runs right into Pebbles. And actually Keeper will get credit for the kill right there with his Tree Dog. That's pretty fun. Pebbles able to get away here, it looks like. So kind of an amusing finish for DC Fabulous. But again, Orange still pretty happy. Yeah, not pushing in though. They're really not forcing any issue. Even with the token of life, it's gonna be wearing off at this point. I feel like they could have grouped up and looked to push the middle lane after that fight. Especially with the Elemental Void still being down and both Energy Field and Execution being used that last fight, but Orange playing it safe here in game number 3. Fall back instead. Get some time though for Pebbles as a Mighty Blade just purchased. So Shrunken Head going to be on the way for him. What did Keeper end up buying? Oh, look at that on Arcana. So yes, obviously guys, it's going to be Resto Stone. In case if you couldn't tell by the tone of my voice, I was a little bit trolling. A little bit trolling. But yeah, I think that's a little bit of a stretch at the same time. On a serious note, that's not. That's a stretch. Can still even use something like a Demonic Breastplate. Speaking of that, or Soul's Bulwark even. Soul's Bulwark purchased by Balfagor. You got Portal Key here now on Lodestone.
The
Staff the
Hellborn
Master
takes
on
down a
Dimension Shaman.
Legion
That's a
tower.
great pickup for him. $490 gold per minute. Here we go. ORGE Esports feeling pretty good. No token of life anymore, but Actually, Lodestone and Pyromancer, they're sitting up at the bottom lane. So Orange, even though they were pushing into the base, I mean, the Argos are TPing back. They want to defend the secondary tower. Lodestone comes in right here. Shadow Storm on Pebbles right there. Head Smash going to be used. The lockdown and Pebbles will fall. Energy field goes up. I give it the Force, trying to find any auto attacks that he can get. Blazing Strike going to be used. Not nearly enough for the kill, though. He still needs plenty more damage. Dust is still on him, so they definitely see where he is. Regurgitate coming out. Lodestone dropping. Lodestone rocket drills back in. The Keeper Dog's trying to finish him off, but it's just not going to happen. And he stays alive in the end. So they do hold off the bottom secondary tower. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Soul Reaper gets collapsed on. As Dimension Shaman and Ophelia were still here. And now they're going to continue to push. Stormcloud used defensively. Again, especially with that Staff of the Master. Even extra special now, as far as the amount of seconds it lasts, and thus the amount of charges. Tower's going to fall. Dimension Shaman. Look at that armor just start bulking up here. All the way up to 36, 37.
The Hellborn
38,
takes down
39,
a Legion tower.
40, 41, 42, and 16. So that's worn off by now, and actually, well, I think it's ported back. Pebble's trying to chase him, but not going to happen. So they take out the tower at the base. They get DC Fabulous finding themselves even in a bigger hole now. You see Keeper by the Mana Tube, so he's working towards that Sustainer. Shrunken Head coming along for Tempest. Still the Skeleton Kings, though. Of course, can stop that. See Tablet of Command picked up by Dimension Shaman right here. Keeper of the Forest trying to set up a gank, but that might cost him his life. Yep, he is wandering around, runs right into Ophelia. Unfortunately, Dust comes out. Easy kill for Orange Esports right there. Gnome's Wisdom just finished by Ophelia as well. So the team items are definitely coming out here by Orange Esports. Lodestone just actually farming up the Legion jungle. Pebbles trying to make work happen here at the top lane. He's actually still sitting on the mark of the Novice here. A little bit of extra mana, might as well, right? Pebbles able to tank that burst there for Pyromancer, but Pyro trying to set up a kill for Lodestone right here. If Lodestone doesn't get it, that's going to be embarrassing, but yes, it will be a kill. So Pyromancer doing all that work, set up the kill. Sure enough, gets it. Conger goes down in the process as his teammates finishing off that. And now here they go into the Legion jungle here. Balfagor is actually the one to get the token. Still think might have been better on Dimension Shaman, I guess, though he's kind of full. He could have maybe sold the bottle for it, but they'll just give it to Balfagor in the end. Same time, Balfagor will be tanking up in the front lines and, you know, allow him to be even more ballsy with just pushing up there. 1800 life, but you look at both the armor and the magical armor on top of his team support that he has with Ophelia and Dimension Shaman. A lot of ways to easily stay alive. Shrunken Head just picked up by Tempest. So that's going to be good timing too, because
the Legion takes down a Hellborn tower
by Orange Esports. Keeper of the Force being a little bit of a distraction, pushing the top lane. Gets it killed up there. Push is coming to the bottom though, so DC Fabulous will need to be concerned about that. Soul Reaper still just trying to get any kind of recovering going. 186 gold per minute only. Again, just had a horrendous start really in this game. Last outer tower now destroyed in favor of Orange. Here we go, into the base. Orange Esports going, you see the middle lane. DC Fabulous doing a little
Hellborn
bit of
takes
counter
down
push,
a Legion Tower.
they need to get back. This push is very
The
strong.
Legion
Melee
takes
Racks
down
are trying to
Hellborn
drop right here.
Tower.
Meanwhile, in the middle lane, you see Powermancer trying to cut off Keeper. Kind of be distracted, so it's a 4v4 down here. Big clump from Orange, but the Tempest ultimate going to be canceled immediately right there, even with that shrunken head. Balfour comes in, the Hell of Newerth goes out. Lowstone with a Shatter Storm. Sorryper's going to fall. Keeper the Forest dead as well, as he actually got killed by Powermancer, it looks like up there. And now the chase into the well, so Orange Esports feeling pretty good. Shotgun a Dimension right there. That is rude.
A Legion
Dimension
barracks
Shaman
gets
gets killed
destroyed.
actually, well played by Pebbles there. But the racks are down in favor of Orange Esports. And that Token of Life still up on Balfour again. You just see his life pool. He really did not take much damage. Now this Meteor definitely is able to do some good damage in the percentage base, but they're actually going to go to the top lane here. They just go straight for the top lane instead of the middle lane. It's already exposed, of course, so Melee Rack's going to be vulnerable. Buyback did happen, by the way, in Dimension Shaman. He's already here. Obviously, post-hasted in. So Melee Racks and vulnerability comes out. DC Fabulous just delaying it as long as possible. No Tempest ultimate, though. The root was used last fight. They just do not have much fighting power left. Balfagor, in the meantime, he's going to be gone right here in the background. Pebbles jumps in, actually, Dimension Shaman dropping. So Demonic Execution does not finish him, though. And now here come the heals. Pebbles being turned on. Tempest runs in, but with no Elemental Void, not much he can do. Him and Sorryper are dead. Tempest is also going to go down in here now. And ORGE Sports again just keeps it up. So I think that is going to be the end here.
A Legion barracks gets
ORGE Sports
destroyed.
is too strong. Frostfield Plate! Lowstone MVP. Lowstone MVP of this tournament. Well played by Enkindler there. He's the one that had those issues in that first game with the DCing. Oh, Keeper. Keeper dead.
The Hellborn takes down a Legion Tower.
Yeah, I think we're in that extra time now. We're just going to have fun with it. But clearly,
Legion
ORGE
barracks gets
Esports, they're going to be
destroyed.
taking it. So again, ORGE Esports, that means they're going to be taking home
A
their
Legion barracks gets destroyed.
the nicer headsets from SoundBlaster, the SoundBlaster Evo ZX headsets. Second place, though, DC Fabulous. They go home with their own SoundBlaster Evo headsets. Both teams in the end, however, do advance onto the group stages here
It's
of the
a
SoundBlaster
massacre.
Heroes League. And again, that means they're going to advance on the group stages, play against the best of the best from the North American and European region as well, and compete for that $20,000 prize pool. So, still something to be happy about, even if you're DCES here, but at the same time, they definitely need to get some practice in. I think it's safe to say before the group stages. Orange definitely looks pretty good here. I mean, you can tell, especially in game 2 and 3, they definitely turned it on quite a bit. And again, as you expect, we know these guys over here and what they can bring to the table. And they show that once again here. Look at the Dimension Shaman, the Firebrand purchased even. Coming out here. So GG well played is being called. And they're going to let it finish the old-fashioned way here. Oh, Dimension Shaman goes down. That sucks. Another buyback. No! Actually,
The
Orange
Hellborn takes down a Legion Tower.
I can clean up at the base.
The
What?
Hellborn
The tower's
takes down a Legion Tower.
So again, as far as the SoundBlaster Heroes League is concerned, we were talking about the podcast, of course. Nice. The North American European region, that continues this week. As far as that event goes, the second qualifier going to be happening. Of course, State Green and Team USA already qualifying. There's 6 more spots
A tough loss.
for the North American
And with
European
that,
region.
The Hellborn wins.
And that continues starting today. And it'll go all the way through Friday, of course. On Thursday, we're going to be covering the semifinal portion, and then on Friday, we will cover the finals portion. But that semifinal portion, again, that's the important part, really, of the event for the SoundBlaster Heroes League. That's the important part because the winner of those matches, again, qualify for the group stages. So that's what I'm really excited for. Again, that's going to be happening on Thursday here on Honcast. We do have tomorrow and Wednesday off. I believe Coldcast, though, yeah, we checked it earlier. Coldcast is going to be casting the SoundBlaster Heroes League for tomorrow as well as Wednesday. And then again, Honcast will step up on Thursday and then Friday as well to continue coverage of it. But that's going to be fun to see how that continues there for those for the North American European region. But as far as the Southeast Asian region is concerned, Orange and DC Fabulous, they're going to be 2 of the 4 teams trying to represent them in that group stages. So 2 more teams will qualify though, and those second qualifiers are going to be taking place early October. So again, also interested to see who and what teams come out of there. As it's again, this first qualifier seemed like not the most teams from over there signed up. A lot of them were waiting for the second one, just to get more practice in and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised even at the second one. I mean, even better competition, honestly. I mean, not to say that again, Orange is a very, very strong team for Southeast Asia, but it is going to be fun to see who the 2 other teams, especially from there, that are going to be coming out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be